This is a pretty decent meal, this coconut chicken and coconut jasmine rice. It's like maybe like less than $8. They just add a vegetable and you look like you know how to fucking cook something. You get ready, you heat the chicken, you add the sauce, you microwave the rice. It's not rocket science. It looks gross and it'll get grosser, but it tastes really good. Trust me. A good general rule in life is when all else fails, massage your meat. And in this case, it's no different. You're going to massage the chicken. You're going to separate the chicken into pieces so that when you cook it, it'll be in pieces and not one some giant fucking gelatinous block. So that's what you're doing here. Same thing here with the rice, minus the nifty beating your meat metaphor. Although I guess technically somebody might be dealing with a grain of rice, which if you are, God bless you. And eventually you're going to rip a 2-inch gash in the top of this thing before you nuke it. But we'll get to that later. Next thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take your meat, you want to drain your broth. And best way to do that is just cut a little hole in the bottom and just squeeze the fuck out of your meat until all the juice comes out. I mean, really, there's nothing other than that to it. You're going to work it down from the top, and make sure you get all the juice out, You want that sack to be totally empty by the time you're done. Now that your meat has been thoroughly drained, you're ready to put some oil in the pan. This is a pan. And if you didn't know that, you're going to take the pan, you're going to hit yourself in the face with it. This is oil. It's vegetable oil. And you're going to put about a tablespoon in there, which you could measure it if you're a little bitch. Or you can just pour some in there like so. And a little bit more. That's the stuff right there. Now you're ready. Just make sure that you coat the pan and you're good to go. Fast forwarding noises. And voila. And that's French for nailed that shit. Now you're going to dump your meat in the pan. Now you're just going to spread this around a little bit so it can cook evenly. You're going to cook it for 1 to 2 minutes, and then you're going to flip it, cook it for another 1 to 2 minutes. 2 minutes usually does the trick. You can do it for 1 minute if you're a little bitch, but I recommend the full 2 minutes that they suggest. Works like a charm. 1 to 2 minutes later. Now it's time to flip your meat. And the way to do it is to just start in one spot and then just do everything, in one area so that you make sure you flip it all over. Because really, it's important because if you leave some stuff that's just chilling on the same side for the 4 minutes, it's going to be brown as fuck and probably suck. And wow, that rhymed. Holy shit. But, you don't want to overcook your meat. You know what I mean? So you're going to make sure that you go in kind of like a methodical way. Flip every single piece. And make sure you actually flip it. You're going to get kind of infuriated with me fucking up the flips a couple times. Don't worry, I'm infuriated with myself. But yeah, flip that meat. Flip it real good. So at this point I've nuked the rice for 90 seconds off stage, and I'm going to dump that into the pan for the last 30 or so seconds, maybe a minute, where you also dump in the sauce, which is coming soon after you disperse the rice in an orderly manner. Now we're going to add the sauce, which looks kind of gross, and honestly, when I first made this, I was like, son of a bitch. I thought it was going to suck, but it's so good. It's really, really good. Apparently it's curry sauce, which is weird because I would have thought that it would have been coconut sauce somehow because it's coconut chicken. But anyway, I don't make the rules. I just do. So, you're going to make sure you squeeze all that sauce out of your pack there. Make sure you get it nice and saucy. Then you're going to take your wooden spoon, because you don't use anything other than wood or rubber on a nonstick pan. And you're just going to stir it all around, make sure you get all the rice covered, make sure you get all the chicken covered. And they say to do it for 30 seconds, but it's your world, man. Do it for 35 seconds. It doesn't matter. 36 even. I don't care. If you're feeling saucy, why don't you go for a full 40? It doesn't matter at this point. Also, you're going to want to turn the heat down to low. That's a key portion here. So that's why it doesn't really matter how long you do it for, because the heat's on low. And then when you feel like your meat and your rice have been thoroughly sauced, you stop stirring it, and then you fucking eat it. You can share it with somebody, or you can eat it all yourself. Really, you cooked it. You can let everybody sit there and stare at you while you eat. Honestly, that's what I like to do. But hey, you're all done.